Hey, what's going on, Mozart? Keith, man, I didn't think you'd be submitting this time so quickly to me, man. I hope you weren't discouraged by my first one. I was just trying to give my positive feedback. Moving forward with these two records, man, you submitted some crazy stuff this time around, man. Not to say the first time wasn't good. Don't get that wrong. Just gonna go record for record. The first record we had the guitar driven one. I don't know if you recorded it or if you did it in the digital audio workstation. That guitar, very clean, very good. I loved it. Only thing I'd say is that snare. When the snare originally hits, sounds a little muddy. I'd maybe put a little compression on it to maybe brighten it in the mix, make it a little more pleasant versus like I felt like it was just kind of too dark and it kind of went against the guitar versus complementing it. You nailed the R&B feel, man. I think you got great keys, chords, and everything just match. Like it's when I think of contemporary R&B, like that's what I think of. The only thing I'm afraid of is it too old school versus the newer R&B, which has like, if we're talking about singles, we're talking like more arpeggiation, more club-driven, I guess you could say aspects with that would match the guitar. But I think if it didn't make it as a single, this could still be on an album. Like you'd have like Mary J. Blige or even like a Trey Songz. They just belting out like their R&B vocals for it, and yeah, I think it's very R&B, and I just like the record, man. Second record, as soon as I heard it, I thought of Triumph, very triumphant melodies. I hear this more again in a video game or movie based versus an artist. It's just you're doing so much musically that I think an artist would be confused because an artist sometimes needs something a little dumbed down. But I mean, none the least, it's not taken away from the record. Very great percussion in it. I like the breaks and all the stuff you did within it. If I were to picture an artist on it, it'd have to be maybe like a big vocalist, like maybe a Beyonce type to kill the vocals. I don't think you could have like some soft kind of record on it. And just overall, just I love that record. The third one, I couldn't tell if you played it live or not, but I love the drumming, man. You did a really good job on it. Reminds me of a very West Coast kind of feel with the choir and the keys. It's kind of like a Dr. Dre meets like a live drummer kind of feel to it. Good melodies and chords. Overall, this time around, man, I think this batch defines who you are versus the first one. Don't take this the wrong way what I'm about to say. I don't want you feeling a ways. I think you are more suited for movie scoring and TV advertisements because you just get it. Like you understand. Like I mean, if you hear a lot of R&B and a lot of music that's popular, there's not much moods to it. Yes, the artist will make it into a sad or happy song, but your music is very, very moody, and you get an overall essence of what the record is. So, yeah, I just think that this record, like all these records, your musical gift shines through, and I think that definitely your music would be better. Like I think you're a momental producer, meaning you can take a moment and you can match that to a scene. So I think definitely for whether it's TV advertisements or movie scoring or even television, I think you're that guy. You just need to find the right agent or the right manager to push you and get your music heard so it can get placed. And I mean, if you want to do this for a living, obviously, to get income, people that do stuff for movies, TV scoring advertisements make a lot more money on an overall or more consistently than people that are doing it more commercial. People that do stuff that's like more billboard and radio based. Not to say that you can't produce that music. I'm just getting from the overall feel of these three records in this batch. I think you're definitely ready for musical scoring, TV advertisements, or just television in general. Man, I think you're a super talented guy. I think you're very musical at the end of the day, and I think that that's probably your best niche. But thank you for submitting these three with me, man. You kept me inspired. Like I'm really happy after hearing all this, and I wish you the best of luck in the future. But yes, definitely find the right people, music supervisor, and get all these these shouldn't say music, these records to them because that guitar one, if we're talking like country, we're talking like open fields, some guy's walking looking for his girl, boom, you got that. Or the triumphant one, if we're talking like some guy's like training for like a boxing match or whatever, you throw the second record in there. And if we're talking like a West Coast or like even like just like an interlude from one to another, if we're talking television, that third record is perfect. I think Pure LA, think think that, man. So yeah, definitely find the right person you need to. But that's all I can say to you, man. Like you're super talented, and I wish you the best in the future, man. Seriously. Thank you very much for the submissions, by the way, again.